Welcome back. Today I am outside of Colville, Washington, and I had some business to take care of in town, so I decided while I was here there's a big C and a cross up on the mountain, and I found out that you could hike up to it. So I think I'm going to try that. It's about a 4-mile hike, and I've heard there's a lot of elevation gain, which I've been gaining elevation every hike I've been doing, so hopefully I'm prepared for it. But yeah, let's check it out. We're already pretty high. You can see the city down there. And then the trail starts right here, and it does start on private property, but they let you go ahead and walk through. You just can't drive through. So today it's just me and the Liberty. Everyone else is at work and at school, and I've never really done much solo hiking, but today seemed like a good day to start. Private property, non-motorized trail users welcome. And then there's a map, which is helpful for people like me. Taking a little break in the shade. I'm really glad I didn't decide to do this in the summer because it's only about 60 degrees out and it's hot enough. It's been pretty much entirely straight uphill, which, I mean, what did I expect? Like, I'm going straight up the mountain. But it's really pretty out here. The only bad thing is you're close enough to town that you can kind of hear the town noises, so that kind of puts a damper on things. But I'm doing pretty good about not being scared. That's one of the reasons I don't like to hike alone is I'm afraid the killer lurks behind every bush. No, so far I'm not afraid of anything yet because it's a nice wide open trail. And I haven't seen a car or a person or anyone up here, so I guess we're just gonna keep going. So the road turns here, but there's also a little path here, and I can see a sign on that tree. So I think I'm just gonna walk over and see what it says because it's pretty close. It just says no hunting or shooting. This trail is definitely funner, so I might just follow it for a little while, see where it goes. This might be how I tend to get lost, but I have an app on my phone now that shows me where I came from, so I'm not too worried about it. Famous last words. This is much more pleasant. Single track on the side of the hill, going away from the city. Oh, I think I can start seeing the cross up there. We're on the right track, guys. Crap, trail split. I did take a picture of the map on my phone, so maybe I will consult that. All right, so I think this was our first split, and I think this would be the second split, so I think I'm just gonna keep going straight. Straight it is. And then perhaps if this is the wrong way, I will have a video to watch back to let me know where I went wrong. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, very shortly down that road, I see crossroad this way, main trail east. So we're definitely gonna pop up and see that cross first and then see where we go from there. So I just came up here. The trail comes up here, so it looks like no matter what I would have taken, I would have gone to the cross. Back to very aggressively uphill. And there she is from the back. I was literally this close before I even noticed it because I'm like bent in half hiking up this hill, so I just looked up and bam, there she is. Let's get closer. Here we are right underneath it. Of course it's fenced off. I'm gonna come to this side and see if I can get a good view of it. Wow, look at the town from here too. I just noticed this. There's a headstone here in loving memory of Joseph H. Colville. So I'm pretty sure I'm standing in the middle of the sea. It's just white rocks. I always wondered what they used. And yes, I was careful to not step on any of it. I think I'm gonna take a little rest under here, and then instead of backtracking, maybe I'll just continue on this road. Okay, on second thought, after regrouping, I decided I am gonna backtrack and hit that main trail, because if this just loops me up and takes me back to the car, I'm not ready for that yet. I wanna see what else this trail has to offer. So back we go, at least it's downhill. So this says we can take the Larch Loop Trail, and in 0.5 miles it will return to the main trail. Sounds nice. Larch Loop Trail it is. Maybe get to see a little more of those fall colors. You can see things are starting to turn yellow. There isn't a huge variety of vegetation here compared to some of my other hikes, so it's not quite as apparent, but you can still tell. But the weather today is gorgeous. Another reason I wanted to do this today. A very pretty little trail. Definitely the path less taken, and I like it. Trail forks with no signs are my nemesis. So far today I've been lucky, but I don't know how many times I can push that luck. But if this is truly a loop, this way is going to be what connects me back to the main trail, so I guess we'll just go this way. There's the sign coming out that says Larch's Loop. So I made it back to the main trail, but my overconfidence I'm feeling in myself right now is dangerous, because I've made so many right turns in a row, which is unusual, that now I'm going to be like, I got this. I can take whatever loop I want. I'll be fine. So this is a warning to yourself, Lindsay. Don't get lost. Overlook it is. So this must be it. That is pretty. Alright, I'm going to stop here on this bench, play a little fetch with Liberty, and get a drink, because I am thirsty. If you want yourself the best adventure buddy you can ever find, get yourself a Border Collie. They will hike with you forever and never get tired. They're fantastic. Do you need a drink too? It's really open in this section, and I was kind of wondering if I might see some animals. And then I remembered last week I read an article that they removed a young grizzly from this part of the forest because it was being a nuisance. So I was like, maybe I don't want to see animals today. right, so this one's telling me that's the lower route and that's the upper route, and to see the cross, and I'm pretty sure I saw this when I came walking in, and if I go up and around, I'm gonna hit the road where I go straight down to my car. Because this says it takes you to Cedar and Madison, and I parked on May, so I think I'm gonna go this way. Yep, I was right. This is that big road that we walked in on, so we should be to the car shortly. All right, well, we made it to the bottom, and I thought I would go through some of the hike details with you. I downloaded this free app called Map Tracker, or Map Runner, just because I wanted something that could kind of show me where I started and then where I have been, so that if I need to know what direction to get back to where I started, I could see it visually. So let's take a look at that, what I got on there. All right, now the trees are reflecting, so I don't know how well it's gonna pick it up, but that took me 1 hour and 53 minutes, and I went 4.64 miles. Oh, we're going out of focus again. And then it shows, and that's actually kind of what the map, I'll show you what the map looked like. That's what my map trail looked like, and I'll show you what the real trail looked like. That's what the real trail looked like. So I had a couple little variations, but pretty darn close. And then you can go into your details, like how long you were moving for, your elevation, how long you were in each intensity. Oh, this is not focusing well. This is going to be a fun video to watch, blurry letters. You can see my intensity zones of how hard I was going. You can see the green at the end, the easy, because it was all downhill. And then this was our elevation. You can see all of it was at the very beginning. So total elevation gain at 348 meters, which I'm American, so I have no idea how far that is. Maybe I'll have Dylan throw it up there on the screen when he edits. So wrapping up, thoughts on my first solo hike. Technically, I've hiked solo before, but always with Junior at like a base camp. Like, we'll go somewhere together, he'll fish, I'll go off on a hike, I'll come back. And that doesn't seem as scary. I usually always take Liberty with me, and that helps me not to be scared, but it just doesn't seem as scary if I have someone like waiting for me. So this is the first time I've actually like got in my vehicle, drove somewhere all on my own. Of course I told him where I was going and sent him, you know, the map information and everything, but this is the first time I've done it all by myself, and I'm so glad that I did, because there's so many places I want to hike, but really nobody wants to hike with me. Dylan will sometimes, but nobody wants to. So if I'm gonna do these things, I need to learn to do them by myself, safely of course, but I can't be scared of everything forever. And this was a great first hike. I saw literally nobody, which is exactly what I wanted. And yeah, this is a more open forest. The canopy forest can be kind of creepy, so this is a more open forest. And I had 0 bad things happen, no bad animal encounters, no animal encounters at all. But yeah, it was just everything I could ask for my first solo hike. So thanks for sharing this adventure with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. That's where I was.